Okay, let's dive into these sources on agentic AI. It's pretty fascinating stuff.
It really is. The material describes it as, well, genuinely transformative technology.
Yeah, poised to really shake things up across, well, so many parts of our lives.
Exactly. And our mission here, in this deep dive, is to unpack what these sources are telling us.
Right, pull out the key threads about agentic AI's future.
Understand the potential, definitely, but also get a handle on the significant challenges, the real problems we have to face.
Because this isn't just theory anymore, is it? It feels very present.
Not at all. It's evolving fast. It's full of possibilities, but also these complex issues that, frankly, need attention now.
So what are these reports and papers actually saying about where this is all heading in the next few years?
Well, nobody's got a perfect crystal ball, obviously,
Sure.
but there's a pretty strong consensus in the sources about a few key trends.
Okay, like what's the first big takeaway?
The most immediate one seems to be increased adoption. It's really moving out of the research phase.
Right, into the real world.
Yeah, as the tech gets more mature, more reliable, the sources predict it's going to spread much faster across different industries.
They mention specifics, right? Like manufacturing.
Uh-huh. Manufacturing, healthcare, finance, transportation. They see it optimizing production lines, maybe personalizing patient care.
Automating trading and finance, making transport networks smarter.
Exactly. One paper even mentioned a pilot, I think it was manufacturing, showed a significant efficiency jump using an agentic system for um, logistics or scheduling.
Okay, so wider use. And that's being driven by the tech itself getting better.
That seemed to be the link the sources make,
Right.
which leads right into the second big point: more sophisticated and capable systems.
Makes sense. So not just basic tools anymore.
Not at all. The sources talk about AI handling much more complex tasks, learning from all sorts of real-world data, not just neat databases,
And adapting better.
adapting much more effectively when things change, making decisions, based on their goals autonomously.
So maybe less direct prompting, more independent action, like managing a whole project.
Yeah, think about that. An agent that doesn't just book a meeting, but handles the whole project lifecycle, rescheduling, finding resources, sending updates when roadblocks appear. That kind of complexity.
Wow. Okay. But as they get more capable, more autonomous, the risks go up too, right?
That's the other side of the coin, and the sources are very, very clear on this. The third major theme is a greater emphasis on ethics and responsible development.
Yes, that definitely jumped out. It feels critical.
It's presented as absolutely critical. As these systems get embedded deeper, especially in sensitive areas, the potential downsides become, well, much clearer.
So there's growing pressure to build them safely, fairly.
Huge pressure, according to these papers, to ensure they align with human values. It's not just ticking a regulatory box.
No, it's framed as a fundamental challenge.
A technical one and a societal one that we have to solve. One analysis really dug into how hard it is to ensure fairness when the AI learns from biased data out in the world.
Which is a huge problem.
Exactly. And the sources really stress that getting this responsible development piece right isn't optional. It's essential if we want the benefits without the significant dangers. Transparency, accountability, control, all big, tough issues.
Okay, so adoption, sophistication, ethics. What else? Did they look further ahead?
They did touch on something more long-term, still mostly theoretical, but definitely a goal for some researchers. That's the possibility of artificial general intelligence, AGI.
Ah, AGI. The idea of AI that can basically do any intellectual task a human can.
That's the concept. Understanding, learning, applying knowledge broadly. No source really puts a date on it, of course.
Of course not, but they acknowledge it's out there as a potential endpoint.
As a potential ultimate goal in the field, yes.
And the sources were clear. If that ever happens, the impact would be just immense.
Profound, reshaping everything. Work, creativity, maybe our whole sense of self.
Okay, so wrapping this up based on the sources. Agentic AI, powerful, transformative, adoption is accelerating, capabilities are growing fast.
But, and it's a big but, that potential is completely tied to navigating these huge challenges. Ethics, safety, fairness.
The core message feels like we need to be really thoughtful about this, eyes wide open. Understand the upsides, yes, but also the risks discussed here.
Absolutely. Prioritizing safety, fairness, aligning with human values, the sources are pretty unified that this has to be central, not an afterthought. It's key to making sure this